Good morning, family, and welcome to what I'm calling the routine. This is Dr. B, and for the next 365 days, we're going to do this together. And we're not going to do it perfectly, but we are going to do it consistently. You know, we all talk about wanting a routine. We talk about discipline, consistency, faith, growth. But most of us don't actually have a routine that we can return to every single day. This isn't going to be me teaching you from the outside. This is me committing to becoming with you. So if you hang with me for 30 days, you'll build a powerful habit. So if you hang with me for 90 days, it will change your life. But if you hang with me for all 365 days, your life will never be the same. And that, my friends, is a complete promise. As people who want to live their best lives, we need to be intentional. No, we have to be intentional. And for the next 365 days, if you join me, this is how we will start our day. We will wake up on purpose. We will protect our purpose. We will not be distracted by opening our phones, devices, TV, computers, etc. until we are done here. We will hydrate immediately. We will create stillness through our breathing. We will work on our connection and our identity through a short devotional. We will focus on our gratitude. We will set our intention for the day. We will plan to make a connection with somebody this day. We will make and keep at least one promise to ourselves. And at some point today, we will move our body, not together, but you can do exercise, you can get it done. So now listen, if you're just finding us today, whether it's day 1 or day 200, you're right on time. These days don't build on each other, but each one stands on its own, and it's about consistency. And I understand because of the time zone. We're doing it at 6:30 Mountain Time. But whatever, you might have kids, you might have work and a real life. You may not always be able to join us live, and that's okay. If you need to, you can always watch the recording from the day before and do this routine earlier in your day if that's what it's live is obviously more powerful, but the recording still works. And that's what matters, is that you spend this time intentional. You don't have to be perfect. You just need to show up. Welcome to the routine. Let's become together. And if you need more information, just go ahead and go to routine.live. Now let's go. Routine.live. Now let's go. All right. Good morning, good morning, good morning, and good morning. This is the day that the Lord hath made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Oh my gosh. So, hey, what a wonderful day it is today. I'm excited. A little bit older, having some fun in life. And so many wonderful things get to happen that we get. We woke up this morning and I'm so grateful as I was doing just I did some breathing when I first woke up this morning, and I just feel like I can't wait to start this day. All right, so let's start out with some of our breathing. We're going to start with our breathing. We're going to take some big, giant belly breaths today. Let me get our breathing music started. And so go ahead and take a big, deep breath in. I'm going to hold these for probably a 10 count today. Because we woke up on purpose today, knowing that we're going to go through our routine today to start our day. Today we're going to spend some extra time protecting our focus today. So many distractions, so many things that are happening around us that can keep us distracted on what's our purpose for our lives. You ever notice that when you start paying attention to everything that's going, you want to be part of everything? God didn't put us on here to solve problems of 6 billion people or 8 billion people or however many are here. Hopefully you haven't been distracted today. No screens and no televisions and just create that stillness and focus through this breathing. Breathe in. Hope you have your water ready so we can get both sides of our brains working. Breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe in. Be grateful for today. Who are you going to connect with today? What promises are you going to make to yourselves? To yourself, not selves. I'm not thinking that you have multiple personalities here. Although we do have multiple dimensions of our being and our soul and our physical body. And what exercise are you going to do? I'm looking forward to my walk. It's windy here. I'm so looking forward to it. Let's do 2 more. And then and 1 more. In. All right, let's get our water. You say, why would I jump on here to watch you drink water? Well, you're not getting on here to watch me drink water. You're getting on here just so you can drink water and that you can be reminded to drink water every day. All right, let's jump into our devotional for today. I'm going to turn this down just a little bit. So we're in day 72. And, oh, see, I got this thing for me. It tells me, remember to put it on the screen. Big red box with yellow writing. But today's title is Breaking the Power of Denial. Breaking the power. Are we denying things to ourselves? Are we thinking that things that are happening are not really happening? Are we saying that my life is not really what it is? The verse today is the truth will set you free. And that's coming from John 8:32. When we think about grounding, God removed my blind spots. And how does God remove our blind spots? In many cases, if we're asking that, you realize you're asking that you ask somebody else to step into your life and to step into the things that you may not see and to be able to see them for you. I don't know. We just have, if we think, focus over to the side and we look before we change a lane because we know that is a blind spot. Who are you turning to? Turning to God, right? To help us with our blind spots. Which person in your life, which mentor, which friend, which confidant have you asked to help you with your blind spots? Denial protects pride, but prevents transformation. Denial protects pride, but prevents transformation. I can deny that things are happening. It's gonna, hey, yeah, I don't, nobody knows, right? Then I don't have to expose anything myself. But what does it truly stop you from being able to do? Someone insists they're fine while relationships quietly deteriorate. How you doing? How's it going with you and your, oh, we're doing great. We're doing fine. Then you go home and you don't talk to each other, or you're sleeping in different rooms, or think about all the things that you deny are actually happening. And the more that you deny it, the more you start believing that it didn't happen. You know, I said I'm good when I wasn't. I brushed off tension with humor. I've minimized frustration to avoid conflict. But denial doesn't erase reality. I've gone outside and said, oh no, it's not really cold out here. It's not really snowing out here. I'll go out here in my shorts. But the reality is it's snowing and it's cold and you should probably put on some clothes, right? And sometimes what we do when we're in denial, and this is probably the biggest thing that we do, is we tend to just ignore the fact that whatever it is building up. You know, I told you the other day that I had an uncomfortable situation that I had to deal with. And if I had let that fester, or if I just postponed it, a great example of, folks that, will come, when I was working in home and services, and I would help people get into homes, and, we would get them their apartment, and they would have an electric bill that shows up. And that electric bill just kept sitting on the table, or got thrown away, or denied that it exists. And all of a sudden they're calling me because their electricity got turned off and saying, how do we get it back on? I don't have any money. Well, you postponed the reality of the fact that it costs money to have electricity, right? The day I stopped pretending everything was smooth was like the day growth accelerated. Everything isn't going to be all right, and that's okay. And we spent the whole first month in our devotion talking about community and people and who you hang your hat with and who you hang around with. We spent that time so that you have a community of people that can help you, so you don't have to be in denial, so your growth can be accelerated. The truth was uncomfortable, but it freed me from the exhausting work of maintaining an image. Yeah, so sometimes we just spend time, hey, I want people to think I'm doing better than I'm doing, instead of getting in togetherness and having those people that God says, hey, you're praying for more while you're avoiding people, when we know that if I'm an answer to somebody else's prayer and I'm available, then my community should be praying the same thing. So today, when we think about our heart connection, denial delays healing. It's just true. It's just a fact. Denial delays healing. So the invitation is, where are you pretending everything is okay? Think about your life today. Where are you pretending everything's okay? And now that you've identified that, the practice will be, speak one honest sentence to a trusted person this week. Speak one honest sentence to a trusted person this week. We've been developing relationships for times such as this, preparing that when we're going deeper and we're going to what the core of who our being is, and when we grow up, we have something that helps us deal with it. So the short prayer today is, Father, give me courage to face the truth. Give me the courage, I would even say, to speak that one honest sentence to a trusted person. And then the blessing is, may honesty open doors, pride kept shut. May honesty open the doors that pride kept shut. So I'm going to put 3 questions here in the chat, so that you, if you would like to, can answer them. I just want to make sure that you're just involved as you possibly want to be. I'm not expecting you to answer any of these questions unless you want to, You might answer them in your own personal journal. You may answer them on our whatever this is, the social media live that we're on, or you just may read them and think about them. But do you think it's easy for people to say, I'm fine, even when something deeper is going on inside? Is it easier? Because if you're doing it, then it's easy to pretend that it doesn't exist. What helps you become more honest with yourself? Quiet reflection, prayer, talking with somebody you trust, or something else? Think about that for you today. And why do you think honesty with ourselves is so important for real growth? Maybe write down a few things that have to do with that. All right, let's jump into our breathing again, our second session of breathing. So take a big, deep breath. We're going to breathe through the nose and out through the mouth. All right, let's start our gratitude session for today. Before we do that, we're going to drink our water. We're going to drink our water. See, I'm going to put in the chat, what are you grateful for today? What are you grateful for today? Maybe you can respond with one thing, or maybe you can, just go on knowing that you're thinking through these things as I'm reading them. Every once in a while, I put them up on the screen. I did that yesterday. Today, I'm just going to read it because I want you to truly just listen to the things that I'm grateful for, the things that are part of my life, and then I want you to extrapolate it for yourself today. In the area of life and health, thank you, God, that I woke up today. Thank you for the breath that fills my lungs, the blood flowing through my veins, and the strength in my muscles. The clarity in my mind, thank you for the quiet systems of my blood working faithfully. My heart beating, my lungs experiencing my cells, renewing my body and restoring itself with wisdom. Thank you for helping me understand that my body is a gift and my responsibility and body is a gift and a responsibility. Thank you for guiding me to move with intention, to nourish my body wisely, and to protect the strength you have placed with me. I am thankful for life and health that you've given me. How can I take one step today that strengthens my body and honors the life you have entrusted me with? I'm thankful for my family and my relationships, and I'm deeply thankful for my family, my wife, my children, my parents, and the people who walk through life, my grandchildren, my in-laws, my aunts, my uncles, my cousins. Thank you for the love and trust and shared experience that build the foundation of our relationships. Thank you for helping me understand that strong relationships are built through presence, patience, and consistent care. I'm thankful for people in my life. How can I show appreciation, encouragement, and support to someone close to me today. Because I'm so thankful for those people in my life. And today I want to know how can me, maybe show me. Provision today. Thank you for provision in my life, my home, my food, what I eat, the clothes I wear, and the safety and stability that surround me. These are a blessing that give me the ability to focus and grow and in service, right? And thank you for helping me to see that provision is not something to overlook, but something to steward with gratitude and responsibilities. I am thankful for the resources you have provided. I'm thankful that I can see what I already have today. To build something really good. Thank you and creating value. Thank you for today. I am thankful for the financial opportunity in my life, how I can make a wise decision today that strengthens my future and blesses others. And finally, Lord, I thank you for the purpose and impact. I thank you. I'm thankful for my life and what it carries and the purpose and the directions. And thank you for the gifts, talents, and experience that allow me to help others and to contribute to something bigger than myself. Thank you for guiding me to align my daily actions with purpose you have placed on my life. I am thankful for the purpose that you've given me, how that in the ways that I can use my voice, my actions, my influence to make a positive impact today. Thank you for this day and the opportunity to raise my standard again. Thank you for the thought that you just gave me of being able to, instead of you all looking at me, maybe putting some ocean and stuff up tomorrow. So we'll see what that looks like. All right, let's jump into today, tomorrow, and for the rest of my life. And I think about this as a prayer that is saying, God, you know, at first we say, dear Lord, give me the wisdom to do the things you put me on this earth to do in a way that pleases you and serves others. And then as we read these and we talk about what we're saying, that those things that may exist in a life, we speak those as if they exist. And we're asking our God through this prayer today, tomorrow, for the rest of my life. We are also putting on notice the enemy. We're telling the enemy, wait a minute, no, I walk in the favor of God. And there's nothing you can do about it. And his favor is jumping all over me in my life. And so you may try to do some things to me. You may try to hurt me, but I walk in the favor. Because and we're going to be very specific about what that favor is. And if some of these, as I read them, I want you to say them out loud. If it doesn't apply to you, just put something else in there. If you don't have grandchildren, say nieces and nephews or whatever you want specifically in that. I walk in the favor of God with my health. I walk in the favor of God with my finances. I walk in the favor of God in my business. I walk in the favor of God in my marriage. I walk in the favor of God in my marriage, in my key relationships, in my ministry. I walk in the favor of God with my children. I walk in the favor of God with my grandchildren. I walk in the favor of God in my debt obligation. I walk in the favor of God in my credit with my creditors and creditors. I walk in the favor of God with my loans and applications. I walk in the favor of God in my service to others. I walk in the favor of God with my leaders. I walk in the favor of God with my investors. I walk in the favor of God with my mentors and my coaches. And I walk in the favor of God in my new projects. I walk in the favor of God with my team. I walk in the favor of God with those who work for me and with me, whether they're paid or they're volunteered. I walk in today and every day I walk in the favor of God. I walk in the favor of God and operate in the favor of God. I talk in the favor of God. I think in the favor of God. I just exist in the favor of God. The favor of God in my life changes for me, maybe rules and regulations and policies. It surrounds me and covers those who are close to me, whether they're physically close to me or proximity close to me, because we're doing it over devices and internet. It is every area of my life an affirmation, and an affirmation is a little bit different, because what an affirmation is saying is these are the characters and the traits that I want to exude and be an example of, and I'm speaking those, and I'm speaking these things into existence, and so I become the person my future requires. I become the person my future requires. I am becoming the person my future requires. I choose presence over pressure today. I choose presence over pressure today. I choose presence over pressure today. I show up even when it's uncomfortable. I show up even when it's uncomfortable. Today I will show up even when it's uncomfortable. I am consistent, not perfect. I am consistent, not perfect. I am consistent, not perfect. I listen before I react. I listen before I react. I listen before I react. We say these things so they'll play it in our life. I'm grounded, grateful, and growing. I'm grounded in my faith. I'm grateful for what God has given me, and I am growing every day. Like we talked about, not in denial. I build trust through my daily actions. I build trust through my daily actions. I build trust through my daily actions. You know what? I attract limited wealth because I give extraordinary value. I give extraordinary value, and as a result, I attract unlimited wealth. And that can be wealth with money. It can be wealth with relationships. It can just be a wealth of happiness. What I perceive today becomes my legacy tomorrow. What I perceive today becomes my legacy tomorrow. What I perceive today becomes my legacy tomorrow. I finish what I start. I finish what I start. I finish what I start. I pray you're saying these with me today. I wake up on purpose and live with intention. I wake up on purpose and I live with intention. I wake up on purpose and I live with intention. I protect my focus and I guard my mind. I protect my focus and I guard my mind. I protect my focus and I guard my mind. I choose discipline as an act of self-respect. I choose discipline as an act of self-respect. I choose discipline as an act of self-respect. I honor my body, my time, and my calling. I honor my body, my time, and my calling. I honor my body, my time, and my calling. I speak life into myself and to others. I speak life to myself and to others. I speak life to myself and to others. I make space for stillness and clarity. I make space for stillness and clarity. I make space for stillness and clarity. I keep my promises, especially the ones I make to myself. I keep my promises, especially the ones I make to myself. I choose courage over comfort. I choose courage over comfort. I choose courage over comfort. I make meaningful connections every single day. I make meaningful connections every day. I make meaningful connections every day. I take responsibility for who I am becoming. I take responsibility for who I'm becoming. I take responsibility for who I'm becoming. I am right where I'm supposed to be in order to become who God made me to be. I am right where I'm supposed to be. Maybe he's sitting on that little cliff over there. Oh, let me make sure you can see the little cliff. I don't know why this isn't on the stage, right? I am where I'm supposed to be in order to become who God made me to be. I'll click it over here again. Oh. All right. God has already placed me and is providing me with everything I need for what he's called me to do. God has already placed me and is providing me with everything I need for what he has called me to do. There is more than enough, and I am enough to fulfill my purpose. There is more than enough, and I am enough to fulfill my purpose. There is more than enough, and I am enough to fulfill my purpose. Everything works out for me because I direct my thoughts. Everything works out for me because I refuse drift. Everything works out for me because that is the person I have become. Everything works out for me because I direct my thoughts. Everything works out for me because I refuse drift and distractions. And everything works out for me because that is the person I have become. I live in abundance. There is no lack. God's provision is everywhere and in all things. I live in abundance. There is no lack. God's provision is everywhere and in all things. I live in abundance. There is no lack. God's provision is everywhere and in all things. And I count it all joy knowing God is using every season to strengthen me and to fulfill his purpose in me and through me. I count it all joy knowing God is using every season to strengthen me and fulfill his purpose in me and through me. All right, I count it all joy. Let's jump into our word of the day. Our word of today is vision. Vision is our word of today, and seeing into the future, right? How might this word play out in your life today? When we think about vision, I used to have a team that I called my team Team Vision, because we wanted to make sure that we were looking into what could be and not spending a time what used to be while being in the present. So vision is seeing beyond your current circumstances. Vision is seeing in your mind first before you ever see it in reality. Before results show up, vision must exist. And I've learned that when you lose vision, you lose energy. But when you remember why you started, what it is you want, the reason that you're doing what you're doing, your strength returns, and because the vision fuels discipline and clarifies sacrifice. And today, I want you to cast the vision you have, whether it's a one-day vision for what's going to happen tomorrow, or it's a long-term vision of what's going to happen in a year from now. I don't want you to go to beyond 2 years, because 2 years just seems like a place where you could be today. And then when you make your connection today, share your vision with them. But more importantly, when you make your connection today, ask them what their vision is. Enroll yourself into their vision. When I say enroll yourself, I don't mean help them complete their vision. I'm just saying care about what their vision is. Ask them questions out of it. Bring it out in them. Ask them to expand it. Let them know, ask them, why is this your vision? What did you want out of it? Get detailed, explain it to me. Tell me exactly, paint the picture for me. One of the greatest things you can do for somebody else is help them uncover their destination. Help them really hone in on what specifically that is. Last night on my podcast, our Fireside Chats, Lena was on and she said, it was my birthday. She said, what is your wish? You probably haven't made a wish and blown out a candle since you were a little kid. But what is your wish? What is your vision? And she asked me to explain it. And I thought about, how do I get to help others in a way that God has put me on this planet to do? And my wish has changed, right? It was probably at 12 years old, some kind of visual material item that I wanted, Rock'em Sock'em robot or something. And today I think about my vision and what I want and what that wish is for you and the people that I hang out with. Man, I can't wait to do that. So bring that out in somebody today. Choose a conversation to be fully present in, and then make sure you put your phone down. Put whatever the distractions are down, and then the eyes up, looking at them and say, what is your vision? Whatever your promise is today, I want you to write it down in your promise book. At some point, I would love for you to take a picture of your promise book, put it in the chat or send it to me or email it to me or whatever you need to do, that you have a promise book. You're writing down your promises in your promise book, that you are then saying those promises, and that they go to bed at night knowing that you completed that promise for today. Then when you wake up and put today's promise in your promise book, you check off that you did what you said you were going to do. Because that is the vision for my life, is that you become the person who keeps the promises that they make for themselves. All right, we're going to finish with our prayer today. This is a prayer of encouragement. This is a prayer of what we're expectation. This is a prayer that we're saying our lives are going to be phenomenal. Our lives are going to be complete. And the God who made us, the God who knows us by name, is enrolled in making that happen in our lives. So I'm going to make it even a little bit bigger today, because I can. All right, we will not settle. This is our prayer and dedication coming from Isaiah 54:2. Heavenly Father, we make up in our minds today, we will experience your best for our lives. We will not settle for small living or small expectations. We will not settle for the things getting worse in our lives. Things are getting better for us everything in our life is getting better and better. We will not settle for our past holding us back from our future. Our past holding us back from our future. You have destined us for greatness, so we will not settle for a mediocre life. We choose to receive your blessing. We let go of small expectations. We choose to receive what you have already done for us. We expect goodness and mercy to follow us all the days of our lives. We choose today to think big and to renew our minds and to heaven's way of thinking. We will speak to our mountains and they will move. Our family and our descendants will be blessed. We will possess the land. We will use big language because you are big language. We will ask big. We will seek big. We will dream big. We will never stop envisioning a better life and dreaming about a better life. Our families being better, our health being better, our purpose being better, our emotions being better, our minds being better, and our finances being better. We refuse to settle for a life that is getting worse. We embrace a life that is getting brighter and brighter and better, stronger and stronger from glory to glory every day until the day of your return. We give up small thinking. We expect good things to happen to us every day of our lives. We agree with your way of looking at things. We decide to think bigger every day, and we will continue to ask for what you said we could ask for, those desires of our heart. We accept visions and dreams that the Holy Spirit has placed within us. We will not be limited by any ceiling, any roof, any wall, any barrier, or any limitation others put on us, like our age or our race or our color or education or gender or anything else others say we are. Nothing will limit us because you are the unlimited God and you live inside of us. We stand on knowing that you are able to do immeasurably, abundantly above all that we can ask or imagine, according to your power that works within us. Today, we let go of a small God and small expectations, and we begin to dream bigger dreams, wildest dreams, believing that you will do exceedingly beyond all of them. And we say this in your name, amen and amen and amen. All right, as we move into our song for today, hopefully it blesses you. I just want you to remember that you are God's greatest gift. He loves you if you allow him to. Let him wrap his arms around you. Know that you are an answer to somebody else's prayer. So be available for God to be able to use you in a way that you may have never thought even possible. You are born for greatness, my friend, and the greatness needs to ooze out of you today, tomorrow, and every day. Enjoy the song, and then I'll send you off with the blessing right after. Have an amazing day if I don't get to talk to you anymore.
Yeah. Dr.B in the building. We're becoming the person now. Let's go. Woke up with a purpose, sunlight on my face. The God who made the universe still knows me by my name. Every step is kingdom, every breath is grace. I do not rush the process, I just run in my own lane. 2 ears, 1 mouth, so I listen first. Hurting people hurt people, so I speak the healing words. I am a coach, a friend, a brother, a guide, helping people break the limits that we're living inside. You have to be the one before you do the thing. Identity before assignment, that is how freedom sings. Every story is sacred, every life unique, and they do not care what you know until they know you are listening. I am and becoming the person God made me to be. Stepping in the calling, walking wild and free. From the podcast to the people, I pray for every day. Purpose in my heartbeat, purpose in my name. I am becoming the person. The journey is where my freedom stays. From mile high flights to Chicago nights, from track lines chalk to the chaplain's light. 250 men with stories that ignite, now living boldly with purpose taking off in sight. Relationship first, that is the way I lead. Connection is the soil where the soul gets freed. I am a husband, father, and granddad too. 30 people at Thanksgiving, that's what love can do. I say you are God's greatest gift because it is true. Every room gets brighter when you walk through. I am living this mission until the final breath, helping others rise so their best becomes their next step. I am becoming. Wild and free to the people I pray for every day. Purpose in my heartbeat, purpose in my name. I am becoming the person, becoming the person. The journey is where my freedom stays. From Denver to the nations, let the good news spread. Faith over fear, that is the voice in my head. If you knew the stories and the places I have been, you would know every setback was a setup to win. I show up with bass and I show up with fire. I show up with truth for the ones who inspire. Legacy in motion, generations rise. God's fingerprints are all over my life. I am becoming the person God made me to be. Walking in the promise He keeps over me. Every step is purpose, every breath is praise, and the world gets brighter when we live this way. We are becoming the person, becoming the person. The journey is where our freedom stays. Let's go! Dr.B. Becoming the person. Every day.
All right. Well, you guys have an amazing, awesome, just incredible day today. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May His face shine upon you and give you peace. And may you walk. Thank you for today. Thank you for going this journey with me.